very exciting announcement.
Some scary TikTok videos that can't quite be explained.
UA66N3AM.
Don't want it to go full screen.
Elle loves her 3 dogs, so she decides to make a short video showing her beloved pooches as they relax late one evening. She didn't anticipate to record one of the scariest TikTok videos that would capture the site's attention. As she records her pets, 2 of her dogs are calm, cool and collected, but one of the pets seems to have spotted something unusual. The video shows the pooch staring down the dark hallway adjacent to the room.
What the f is that?
At first, nothing seems unusual. However, a few seconds later, the woman recording the video notices something odd as well.
The f is that? What?
Oh shit! Okay, I
There is a
saw
dark
that.
doorway just beyond the entrance to the room. In the darkness of the hallway, a shadowy figure is barely visible peeking out from the doorway.
At first, I didn't even know what it was.
What? Oh god!
It's difficult to see, but the figure appears to be a tall, human-shaped entity, though only the top of its body is visible in the doorway. The creature becomes easier to see a few seconds later, when it suddenly pulls itself back into the room it's peeking out from, quickly rushing to hide again in the darkness of the nearby room.
What the f is that? What? Oh, God!
The woman recording the video is clearly terrified when she sees the shadowy figure move to hide itself. She yells out in shock and terror.
What's that? What? Oh, God!
A moment later, the video cuts off abruptly, so no one has any idea what happened after the camera stopped rolling. Alex Huff is a TikTok user who decided to use the social networking app to try her hand at one of the most popular types of video that the site offers: makeup tutorials. Tutorials don't usually fall into the category of scary TikTok videos, but this particular makeup demonstration isn't your typical tutorial. She sits in front of her camera and begins discussing the makeup brand that she'll be demonstrating. Just as she gets ready to begin applying the makeup, she
Is that door
suddenly
open?
freezes, her eyes wide in disbelief and terror. She can obviously see herself in her monitor as she makes her video, because she seems to have noticed that the closet doors behind her have begun to slowly creak open. She's clearly disturbed by the unexplained movement. She bravely
Oh,
stands
shit.
up and walks over to the closet to check inside for any possible explanation. However, as soon as she touches the doors, the light above her head suddenly goes out. She lets out a terrified yelp and backs away quickly from the doors for a moment, staring at the darkened light fixture on the ceiling. It only takes a few seconds for her to regain her courage and continue to investigate. She opens the closet doors wide, revealing nothing out of the ordinary on the other side of the doors. She gets another shock a moment later when the light inside the closet inexplicably goes out. This third incident is apparently too much for her to handle. She quickly turns back towards the camera, muttering "nope" under her breath repeatedly. She cuts off the video feed, most likely preparing to flee from the room to escape whatever entity has been causing these bizarre happenings. One of TikTok's most popular features is the setting that allows users to add popular music to their videos, letting anyone create their own music video. These videos are usually silly, but some users have managed to make unexpectedly scary TikTok videos. User @BillyGolf used the music feature to record a video dancing along to the music. Wearing a whimsical onesie, BillyGolf starts the video and then jumps onto a nearby counter to perform a dance. The room is dim, but we can see some of the features of the room, including a darkened doorway towards the back of the room. It's this doorway
Oh,
that
shit.
eventually reveals something terrifying. As the performer dances, a shadow seems to walk past the doorway. It appears human in size and shape. However, the most unusual thing about the shadow is that it appears to be transparent in colour, yet clearly visible. It looks almost like a human-shaped mist walking past the doorway. As it passes, it appears to turn towards the camera for just a second before disappearing again. Unlike many of the other scary TikTok videos out there, this user doesn't appear to notice that anything strange has happened and continues dancing. One thing's for sure, she must have been terrified when she finally reviewed the footage.
This entrepreneur brand logo was done by a top freelancer on Fiverr. Is simply
@Tienderines is another TikTok user who decided to shoot for internet fame by using the app's music feature to create a dance video that would hopefully go viral. This young user performs a fairly simple dance, a wide smile on her face, while the app provides background music to chance the rapper's song Groceries. Little does this young girl know her video is about to end up in the category of scary TikTok videos. As the girl dances, we can see a portion of the house behind her. She dances in a well-lit room, but the space behind her is dim. One of the features of the house visible behind her is an upstairs hallway with a wooden banister and railing. The hallway is dark, but as the girl dances, something unusual takes place there. A few seconds into the video, a shadowy figure appears to walk quickly down the upstairs hallway.
I didn't even notice that.
It's only visible for a few seconds before disappearing behind the wall once again, but during its brief appearance we can clearly see it's a human-shaped figure. It's completely dark, looking too much like a shadow for any features to become clear, but its appearance is nonetheless terrifying. The TikTok user shared the eerie video of her dancing to Twitter, where it immediately took off. The tweet and video were viewed millions of times, even getting the attention of Chance the Rapper himself, who commented, "Hey, it's a ghost up there." The Twitter community were divided, with the usual calls of fake and hoax ringing out. However, a lot of the comments were genuinely terrified, recommending the girl burn some sage and to call a priest immediately. I'll throw this one out to the audience. What do you think this scary TikTok video has captured? Is it a prank for social media fame, or has it really captured something paranormal? Let me know what you think in the comment section below.
I don't know how that would be a prank though. Like,
Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at what has got to be the most terrifying TikTok videos ever filmed, remember to hit that subscribe button and tickle the bell icon. That way you'll be in the loop about all user at Security1275, a security guard working at a cemetery in Savannah, Georgia, terrified users of the social media app when he investigated unusual noises that he heard while working late one night among the dead. To make matters even more terrifying, not long after the footage was posted on TikTok, the user deleted all of the footage and abandoned his account on the site. After the night in question, his internet presence has practically ceased, leaving many to wonder what actually happened on that fateful night. In the first video, the security guard is stationed near one of the cemetery's mausoleums when he hears a strange noise. He states that it sounds like banging, so he most likely believes that he's dealing with a trespasser. Deciding that it's his job to investigate the sound, he approaches the creepy structure.
Bear with me, guys.
As he approaches, the camera picks up what appears to be a mysterious person standing to the right of the building. The guard doesn't seem to notice them, but many users have insisted the figure is there.
Bear with me, guys.
He investigates further, heading inside the mausoleum. After a few seconds of exploring the building, the camera picks up another eerie sound, the voice of a child whispering a tentative hello.
Door was open again. Hello, security.
After that, the situation becomes unclear, as the camera's microphone only picks up the sounds of running and banging as the
That
guard
didn't sound like
desperately
hello,
attempts
that
to
sounded like
locate
help.
the source of the sound.
I don't know how the hell they keep opening these. Hello.
At this point, he still seems to believe that the sounds are coming from human trespassers.
I don't know where the hell these people are.
Later in the night, the guard uploads a second video. This time, he claims to have seen someone standing outside the same mausoleum that he investigated earlier. He bravely heads inside once again, even though the building's lights are flickering on and off as he approaches. Things inside the building have gone from spooky to terrifying.
Okay, guys. I'm really not sure what's going on here.
On this trip inside, the camera picks up a blood-curdling scream inside the chapel. It seems to be screaming, "Get out."
I'm really not sure what's going on here.
The guard quickly flees when he hears this, but moves on to explore other parts of the building. Inside the area of the mausoleum that he visited earlier, he hears the eerie sound of a child singing "Ring Around the Rosie." Other users claim to have heard the voice saying, "There is no God here." These disturbing utterances seem to be the last straw for the guard as he quickly runs from the building.
I'm getting.
In a final video, the guard returns to the mausoleum in the light of day to look around and hopefully find evidence to explain the night's eerie events in a less terrifying environment. Unfortunately, the childlike voice that terrified him the night before has not left the building. Inside, the voice greets him with a hello.
Sure, there's nobody in here. Anybody in here?
That
The
one
guard
was a hello.
attempts to converse with the child after the voice makes a pitiful plea, asking the guard, "Can you help me?"
Hello.
He attempts to locate the child, asking questions, but is unable to find any evidence of the voice's source.
I can't see you. You're correct. So you need to come out, okay?
The video ends shortly after, leaving viewers to wonder what happened to the guard. Many believe that he quit his job after the harrowing night depicted in the footage, but his internet silence has left users with more questions
I'm
than
really
answers.
not sure what's going on here.
If you want more creepy content, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out these 2 links right there. Now in the comment section below, let us know if you've seen anything weird or creepy on TikTok. We'd love to hear about it. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next.
Excuse me.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slap Ham. So it's nearly the end of the year and what an absolute...
The dread of premature burial was so prevalent in the 18th and 19th centuries that many people were buried in safety coffins. These coffins were built so that a string could be threaded through the top of the coffin. One end of the string was attached to the corpse's finger, and the other end to a bell suspended above the grave. This would allow the interred person to ring the bell if they woke up in their own grave, alerting nearby people that they were still alive. The following footage featured on the Daily Mail's website seems to prove a fear of premature burial is perfectly justified even today. The video shows terrifying footage of a burial service in Indonesia. In the short clip, a group of mourners stands around an open grave. Down in the dirt, a body's being interred in a casket fitted with a glass panel, allowing mourners to see inside. At a telling moment in the service, the priest recites a passage from the Bible, reading, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, he will live, even though he is dead." As he speaks these words, a hand seems to reach towards the glass panel from inside the coffin. A moment later, the hand appears to wave at the mourners standing beside the grave. Some viewers believe that the movement was most likely caused by a rodent trapped inside the coffin. Others have cited scientific evidence of corpses moving after death because of post-mortem muscle spasms. However, other viewers insist that the movement of the hand looked far too deliberate to be attributed to a spasm. Could this terrifying footage be documentation of a modern-day premature burial?
I don't know about that one.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. Last week, I slew the Spider Queen. I didn't mean to. I'm not a fighter. I'm an HP guy. I'm the one who takes the hits while the others slay. But my player, he gave me this sweet legendary artifact. I just wanted to check it out and... boom. It was just so cool.
Raid Shadow Legends. Play for free.
Oh, I did it again. I did it again.
A lot of people are working and attending school online these days, but meetings and classes don't usually yield scary videos. At least that's what Twitter user Freddy Giza thought. The teacher claimed to be alone in his recently purchased home in Nuevo Leon, Mexico, while teaching the class. Yet the students attending seemed to think that something else was present that day. The teacher is presenting against a blank wall with a doorway just behind his left shoulder. It's this doorway that becomes the center of attention when a pale face seems to peek into the room.
Shit.
The entity appears to be a pale young woman with dark hair. The teacher glances over his shoulder several times but is unable to see the creepy entity. At one point, he closes the door to end the distraction that the strange entity is causing. Towards the end of the video, he moves the camera around the house to show that he's alone except for his dog. Some of the students who watched the video think it was staged, but others are certain that it was a real ghost attending class that day. What do you think that strange face is? An accomplice, a real ghost, or something else entirely? Love to get your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
Why would a teacher prank like that or do a video like that?
Hospitals and other places
Doesn't
where the
make
sick
sense.
and dying meet their ends are popular locations for scary videos. In this exploration by YouTubers Finders Beepers History Seekers, they visit a former care home. According to the stories about the place, it would seem the elderly residents who lived at the facility had a difficult time during their residence there. The facility was reportedly shut down because of widespread accusations of abuse, neglect, and deplorable living conditions. Given the history of the building, it's unsurprising that numerous ghost hunters have found their way to this building.
So this place was eventually shut down for a catalogue of abuse. It was really terrible. Some of the people were classed as being put in cells. The bedrooms were that bad. They were locked away, ignored.
The investigators take their time moving through the building, examining the rundown state of the place, a perfect setting for a ghost hunt.
Like Chainsaw Massacre time, what horror film, yeah. You can imagine people being locked up down here.
At one point, they find a logbook containing complaints issued by visitors who were horrified by the conditions their relatives were living in.
Arrived, he didn't look suitable to enter the building, on account of him having a wild expression in his eyes.
How can
Psychopath going in.
As they head to the second floor of the building, the investigators are surprised by an unexpected visitor, a shadow figure walking across the top of the stairs.
Well, yeah, see us up again. Hello. Hello.
It only appears for a second before disappearing into the shadows.
See us up again. Hello.
But then, when the men
I don't
reach
know.
the floor where the shadow vanished, they discover that there's nothing but a wall. This indicates that nothing corporeal could have caused the mysterious shadow.
But he went that way, and there's no way he can go.
If you slow the footage down,
That's
you can
true.
indeed see a solid shape moving at the top of the stairs.
But something glistens on it.
Could a former resident be lingering
I don't
in the
think
place
something
where they met
glistens.
their end? Or is it just a homeless person evading detection? Love to get your opinions on this one in the comments section below.
See us up again. Hello. Hello.
TikToker Noah.VQ captured this eerie video. As a security guard on an empty floor of a hospital, he wasn't expecting to see anything weird while on the job late at night. However, this eerie piece of footage seems to show a creepy shadow figure hanging out in one of the empty rooms. This security guard was working the night shift when he thought he heard some strange noises. The hospital where he works is fairly empty, and the floor that he was assigned to was totally deserted. If he was completely alone on the floor, it makes sense that he'd be a little uneasy, hearing unexplained sounds. He quickly takes out his camera to hopefully capture evidence of his mysterious visitor. He walks down the hallway, slowly peering into each room that he passes. Unfortunately, one of the rooms doesn't look as empty as the others.
Oh, I saw that.
As
At
he
first I
passes
thought it
the
was
room in
his,
question,
shadow.
The camera captures a shadow that appears to be looking out a window. At first, the security guard continues down the hall. When his brain has had time to process what he saw, he slowly returns to the room for another peek. By the time he returns, the shadow is gone. Some people who have seen the video believe it was most likely a hoax with an all-too-human accomplice. However, several security guards have spoken up, insisting that guards rarely get company on their shifts. Others are certain that the footage captured a real shadow creature, a specific type of spirit that lurks in the shadows, tricking witnesses into questioning their own perceptions of reality. Some hypothesize that this is the spirit of someone who died in this very room. Regardless of who the spirit is, its appearance in the video is downright terrifying. Posted to the 444 page on Facebook, this video was shared to us by the owner of the page herself, Shannon Courtright. Shannon explains that the video features her own sister, Robin Pagan, as well as her sister's friend, Katie. As the two were playing a drinking game and filming themselves, the group happened to capture what appears to be a rare supernatural event. Early in the video, Katie points out a cup moving in front of Robin. However, as the cup is out of Robin and the camera's view, she immediately dismisses it. After playing the game on camera for several minutes, the pair leave the view of the shot. Moments later, the cup seems to move all on its own.
Oh shit.
It repeats this motion several times throughout the video.
Excuse me.
At one point, the curtain slowly shifts by itself. The startling thing about this footage is that Katie moves and flips the cup numerous times while playing the game. The source footage is all one continuous shot. This would make it extremely difficult to hoax the event. There can't be string attached to the cup because it gets flipped several times. There also can't be magnets attached either. It's evident while watching the video that the people aren't aware of this paranormal activity occurring around them. It's not until the video was watched back that they spotted it. Shannon explains that the next day the girls saw that a lamp and lampshade had fallen over and flown across the living room. Even more weirdly, a speaker kept turning on, despite the fact it wasn't plugged in. The final straw for the girls was when something seemed to gently lift Katie's hair into the air. Concerned due to the string of supernatural events, the two went back and watched this video from the previous night, now aware they had started capturing their very own scary ghost videos. The paranormal events of the following day, combined with the odd action seen in this video, were enough to convince the pair that they were host to at least one unexpected guest. With this myriad of odd activities all in a row, one has to wonder just how safe the two could feel while staying in that home.
You can either ignore it, or you can try to stop it. I'm not afraid of you.
The devil is come home.
Genuinely terrifying.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
A TikTok user named BetsandAngel69 shares one of the most compelling TikTok ghost videos of all time. This is actually a series of videos documenting some pretty strange activity. Let's dive into what can only be described as a front yard haunting saga. TikTok user BetsandAngel69 begins with a video showing what appears to be a figure pacing back and forth in a grassy, wooded patch of land that's across the street from her house. We then get an update the next day. The ghost figure is still pacing. However, this time we can see an outline of a figure much more clearly. According to the uploader, whoever or whatever is out there had been walking back and forth non-stop.
You see it? It just walks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
The woman sharing the video skips ahead to the 5th day of the strange activity. We get some interesting information regarding the sighting in this video. It turns out that the patch of land where the figure can be spotted is actually adjacent to a church building that is located directly across the street from the uploader's house.
That I was explaining.
Again, the creepy shadow figure can be seen pacing back and forth.
Figure? It just walks back and forth.
The update we get from the 5th video is that the figure continues to pace back and forth daily. We also learn that Betson Angel 69 has actually walked over to the area where the figure can be seen pacing, trying to confront it. However, she claims that the figure disappears once you get close to the area. She even promises to record herself making the trek over there in the next video. So what happens? This After Dark footage shows the uploader's dog acting up, barking and howling toward the area where the figure paces. The dog is very clearly agitated. In the next video, Betson Angel 69 actually takes us on a walk over to the grassy area, where a strange figure can be seen pacing. Unfortunately, this proves to be one of the more anticlimactic videos. That's because Betson Angel 69 gets scared before deciding to return to her house. However, she does point out that you can still see the figure pacing. Things get a little more dramatic after that. The TikTok user shares a few videos where she simply explains her decision to upload videos of the shadow figure to get feedback from friends and family regarding what's going on. She also shares that she initially thought the pacing figure might be a person with a mental illness. However, she eventually began to wonder if something more sinister could be taking place after the figure paced for hours, days, and weeks at a time.
Hours and hours and days, day or night. That's a long time.
She also shares that her husband has agreed to walk over to investigate the situation with her. And that's precisely what we see in the next set of videos. The two decide to walk over to investigate the pacing figure once and for all. However, they get a scare they weren't quite anticipating. They're scared off by a horrifying sound that clearly didn't come from any human source. They make the very smart decision to run away. However, this saga is far from over. We then see a video of a cop car parked in the parking lot of the church. The TikTok user claims that the police are investigating the situation because they're aware that something is going on. However, she declines to show footage of the cops walking over to the area to protect their privacy. For skeptics, this does open up the possibility that the police car was merely parked in the lot for a completely unrelated reason. That's exactly why Betson Angel 69 posted another video addressing common questions and doubts. First, Betson Angel 69 answers some questions she had received about what she might be hiding. Some internet users claim that she's blocking those who cast doubt on her experiences. However, her rebuttal is that she's been forced to block some users who have posted her address online. She even claims that Google Maps that highlight the specific location of her home have been posted online.
The few people that I've had to block, they posted my address on social media. Somebody pulled up a Google map of my home.
She does invite people who are already familiar with the area to investigate on their own if they already know where the church is located. In fact, she encourages people to visit the church to try and figure out exactly what's going on. Her only issue is that she doesn't want her address posted publicly. That seems like a reasonable enough justification for deleting some of the comments. So does Betson Angel think what she is seeing is a ghost or a human? She reveals she has no clue about what the figure could be. However, she shares her personal opinion that the family members of whoever the person is need to intervene. That's if it is indeed a human. She's concerned that the person pacing back and forth has been doing so for more than a month without apparently changing clothes or eating. She does think it's possible that it's a homeless person who has taken up residence in the church parking lot. However, the fact that the pacing figure doesn't appear to take breaks to eat, sleep, or use the bathroom causes her to wonder. The saga still isn't over. We get yet another video update from Betson Angel 69. This time, she's sharing a terrifying experience from the night before. The creepiness started when her dog went crazy at about 11 PM. However, the family went to bed after not being able to hear or see anything out in the yard that could be causing the dog to act up. A peaceful night was not in store. The family was jolted awake somewhere between the hours of 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. by the sound of a man screaming. This is where we learn that they actually have security cameras in place around their property. The footage shows a very still, calm night with no intruders in sight.
A male just screaming.
However, there is something very odd on the screen that would have been captured at around 2 a.m. A mist appears on the screen.
Because you'll see that. What is that?
Betson Angel 69 claims it's the exact moment she and her family heard the screaming.
What is that? It's like... And I know it's this moment that it happens because in about a second.
Unfortunately, that's about as far as the saga goes for now. We can only assume that the shadow figure is still out there pacing. Apparently the family is setting up a YouTube channel to document the case more thoroughly, so it's worth keeping an eye out for that. Of course, Betson Angel 69 can only hope that whoever or whatever is keeping watch from across the street doesn't get bold enough to come so close ever again. Twitter user Conspiration ESP uploaded this terrifying footage captured by CCTV camera. A bizarre figure has visited this residence late one night, and it has viewers seriously questioning their perception of reality. In scary recordings captured from a variety of cameras, we see a creepy person or creature running on all fours around the property. The camera never captures close-ups of the figure, but it appears to be a cross between a human and a dog. The entity moves on all fours like a canine, but when it comes closer to the camera, its body appears to be that of a human. Its skin is hairless and pale, but its head seems to be darker in colour. Because of the appearance of the creature's body, some are apt to believe that it's simply a human running naked through the night on all fours. However, the way it moves seems to rule out that possibility. The human body is built to walk upright, and no human could easily run with such speed and agility on all fours. There are other, eerier possibilities that explain these scary recordings. Perhaps this is a human, but one possessed by some sort of animalistic demon. Another possibility is that the recordings show a lesser-known cryptid called the Dogman. This creature, much like a werewolf, is a cross between a human and a canine. Unlike werewolves, dogmen live permanently in their in-between state. Over the years, there have been numerous sightings of the so-called Dogman. Although witnesses have been terrified by the encounters, none have been harmed by this elusive cryptid. So whatever theory you believe, human, dogman or demon, they're all just as terrifying as each other. Love to get your thoughts on this one in the comments section below. Captured by a man from Maine named Chet Cook and sent to The Sun, this video has effectively stumped paranormal investigators. Cook appears to be driving along a perfectly average stretch of road. However, the footage quickly shows a mysterious black shape scurrying across the street just in front of Cook's car. Not appearing to be corporeal in any way, the substance in Cook's video appears more like a shadow than a person. Cook said he felt a nagging feeling to review the dashcam footage when he got home. While Cook explains he reviewed the footage expecting to see a deer run across the road, he instead saw the strange black shape. Working in IT, Cook had a fairly good idea that it wasn't a camera malfunction that had led to this figure. He was fairly positive he hadn't actually seen anything in front of his car that night. So spooked, Cook sent the footage off to a paranormal team in order to conduct their own investigation. Instead, the crazy dashcam footage stumped the investigative team. They noted an animal wouldn't have appeared so transparent. As for Cook, he explained to the Sun news outlet that those who live in Maine are generally used to creepy sightings, and that there's a reason a lot of Stephen King's stories are based there. So what do you think this strange black mass is? Deer or something more sinister? Love to get your opinion on this one in the comment section below. If we are living in a simulation, TikTok might be the best place to look for proof. This hot new social media app allows users to upload their own videos and set them to music. In this video by TikToker Catherine Gisellum, a group of kids and teens participate in one of the hottest TikTok trends, showing off your amateur dance moves. When the music first starts, all that's visible in the shot is a large field behind a fence. Then the group of kids enter from behind the camera and crisscross across the screen to take their positions. Once they're in formation, they begin their silly dance. On first glance, nothing in the video seems out of the ordinary. However, if you watch closely, you'll see that one of the dancers seems to have appeared out of thin air. The first kids to enter the shot are two girls. They walk closely together, but there's enough space between their arms for us to see that there's no one walking in front of them.
That's crazy.
However, when a few more kids join the mix, a boy in a blue shirt suddenly pops up in front of the first two girls. If you slow the footage down, you can see the boy in the blue shirt just seems to appear out of thin air. Although the scene is somewhat chaotic, it would have been impossible for him to slip in front of the group without being caught by the camera. So where did this mysterious child come from? Love to get your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
It's probably an edit.
Uploaded by YouTube user Rodri Yoshiaki, this next clip seems to have been captured in a nearly empty hospital. The translated text from the video explains that Rodri thought himself to be alone when he saw the nearby doors open by themselves. Slightly worried but not overly shocked, the healthcare worker gave it some time before he decided to begin filming. The camera holder explains that the doors are automatic, but they require motion for them to be activated. In the video, you can clearly see the door open a number of times with no one around. Rodri then meets up with his work partner. The pair hear the sound of the doors once again opening by themselves. The pair decides to approach the doors, finding it curious that they've stopped opening by themselves upon their approach. They take a look around the room to see if anything might be activating the doors. There's clearly no one there. However, it's at this moment that the very clear sound of a whistle is heard.
I heard that.
Again, the room is empty except for the two workers. If you slow the footage down, there is indeed a strange disembodied whistle. Now, clearly not as alone as they thought they were, the uploader has posted the clip to his YouTube channel for viewers to decide for themselves if he truly came into contact with some sort of spirit that day in the hospital. Viewers beware, these freaky clips uploaded to TikTok by user Harry McClary are enough to keep you up all
Harry
night.
McClary.
The first clip opens in the middle of the night. The uploader is awoken by his Alexa assistant.
Deliberate attempt to contact the spirit.
Alexa seems keen to give the definition of a seance, completely unprompted.
The deliberate attempt to contact the spirit of a deceased person is known as a seance.
Alexa gives a creepy and unnatural laugh once she's done. She then maniacally tells the uploader she has a skill he might like.
I have a skill you might like.
While it's not out of the ordinary for the assistant to suggest a set of actions, it's odd to do so unprompted. Laughing still, the door to the bedroom begins swinging open and closed as the colours change rapidly.
Want to try it?
The unit continues to terrorise the uploader as the short clip ends. The second clip begins with a knocking sound coming from the basement. A dog can also be heard barking in the background. Clearly scared but needing to know what they're dealing with, the uploader attempts to venture down to the basement. They're heard saying hello to the source of the banging.
Hello?
The banging stops. However, a scraping sound follows nearly immediately after, as though whatever's been making the sound was quickly scrambling up the stairs towards the uploader. If you watch it again, it actually sounds like footsteps running up the stairs towards the camera holder.
Oh my god!
The dog continues to bark as the uploader shouts, "Oh my god," just as the clip ends. This series of clips seems to show something seriously wrong with the uploader's home.
Oh my god!
Albion Online is a sandbox MMORPG in which you write your own story instead of following a laid-out path. Explore a vast open world. Everything you do has an impact on Albion's player-driven economy. Every piece of equipment is crafted by players from resources gathered by players. The equipment you wear defines who you are. Switching from knight to magician is as easy as swapping your armor and weapon, or be a combination of the two. Venture deep inside dungeons and discover wealth and danger in equal measure. Relax by retreating to your personal island, where you can build a home, grow crops, and raise animals. Grab a fishing pole and head for Albion's rivers, lakes, and oceans. Join a guild, play together, take part in massive player versus player battles, and claim your piece of the world. This is Albion Online.
That actually looked pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Previously, Sky News was splashed over the internet when they publicised a video that appeared to show a strange glitch. Could the same glitch happen twice? We showed this clip just a few weeks ago. However, we have a bizarre update to report. The original footage we showed depicts a Chancellor as he exits a building with a large red folder tucked beneath his arm. He heads down the street, becoming briefly obscured by the cars parked along the side of the road. A few seconds later, he emerges from behind the cars, still clutching the folder. However, the folder has changed from a deep red colour to a bright green. Some of the viewers believe that the news station deliberately altered the colour of the folder to mislead the public about the state of the country's budget. In terms of finances, the colour red usually indicates declining funds, whereas green has a more positive connotation. It wouldn't be completely unheard of for a news station to manipulate colours in this way. However, many of the viewers are convinced that the sudden change in the folder's appearance is a glitch in the fabric of the universe. In the time since we covered the original clip, new footage has come to light. This footage shows the Chancellor once again standing on the sidewalk with a briefcase that resembles the folder he held in the original video. He holds the briefcase out in front of him and moves it from side to side, displaying it for the awaiting crowds. In some versions of the footage, the briefcase is red. Then in other versions, it's bright green. In still another version, the briefcase starts out green and changes to red as it moves.
The fuck?
Is this new footage further proof of camera trickery, or does it indicate that we are in fact living in a simulation? As with the last clip, these freaky videos posted to TikTok by user MattHall36 shows that a figure doesn't have to be supernatural to be terror-inducing. These videos were recorded after hours at the TikTok user's place of business and accompanied by a frantic call to the police. The actual horror one feels for the person in this scenario is real. The first video uploaded is a chilling documentation of the traumatic event. A man is seen outside the building. It's clear that the situation had been progressing before the video was recording. The uploader is already on the phone with the police as this is taking place.
A bag at my work. I'm sorry, I'm just recording in case something happens.
The video shows security camera footage of a man eerily dragging what appears to be a heavy bag down the road.
I can't see his face.
As the man gets closer to the building, it's clear the uploader is terrified.
In case something happens. I can't.
To the uploader's dismay, the man runs up to the building and begins pounding on the door.
Oh my God. He's outside the door.
Clearly distressed and with nowhere to hide, the man begs the police to get there as quickly as possible.
He's like behind the building now. I don't. Can you just get here, please? Really?
Given the popularity of the first chilling video, a second video was posted to the channel in order to explain the context of the creepy event in more detail. The uploader explains that he had been working a night shift when the motion-activated cameras detected someone nearby.
It was pretty late at night and I heard the beep go off, so I went to go look at the camera. Somebody was dragging a bag right beside the building.
Given the man's odd behaviour, the uploader called 911 as the man approached and then started recording the video.
I was pretty creeped out, so I went and grabbed the work phone and called 911. By the time I was on the phone with them, the guy walked up the road a little bit, but then he started to come back towards the building. This is when I started recording.
The man apparently disappeared after the video ended, leaving behind his bag. The police arrived only to discover the bag contained bloody clothes.
They searched the area for him. They said inside his bag just had a bunch of clothes, but some of the clothes had some blood on them, I guess. Anyways, they're gonna take that in for investigation.
With the man gone and his bag of evidence apparently left behind, it's clear that while this tale is over for the TikTok user, the police investigation has only just begun.
I don't. Can you just get here, please?
YouTuber Hablemos de Mysterio uploaded this strange encounter at a funeral home. It was allegedly captured by a security guard doing his rounds late at night. In this footage, we see what appears to be the lobby of a large funeral home. The video is taken from a distance, but appears to focus on the entrance, where visitors come into the funeral home. At the far end, there's rows of metal poles used to direct large crowds. As the guard's camera rolls, we can see a metallic glint coming from the other side of the lobby.
What was that?
On closer inspection, we see the silver metal bar of one of the poles moving on its own. It rocks back and forth. It's quite clear there's nothing around that could be moving the pole. This footage was taken in a funeral home, so some sort of ghostly entity is an obvious culprit. Perhaps the spirit of someone whose funeral was held in this building lingered long after the services ended. The powerful movement of the pole indicates that the spirit's a poltergeist, and a strong one at that. This could suggest the spirit has left this world in significant turmoil or suffering, causing it to linger long after death.
Antonio Soprano.
I want to help you.
According to Slapcam viewer Matt West, something strange is going on in a home in Lumberton, Texas. A friend of his who recently bought the property in question was walking around taking a video. He wanted to show a before and after view of the renovations, but something unexpected showed up on the film. The homeowner starts with a shot of the outdoor pool before heading inside.
The big old house.
The light inside the house is dim, creating a lot of shadows where anything could be hiding. As he turns into what appears to be the living room, there seems to be something odd in the darkened doorway on the other side of the room. The camera moves away quickly, but a second later, the strange entity appears again, just to the other side of the same doorway. It isn't until viewing the footage later that the homeowner noticed that something was amiss. When looking at the video more closely, the entity appears to be a person moving slowly out of the doorway. According to the legends about this house, years ago a physically handicapped man died in this home when he fell into the outdoor swimming pool and drowned. The home's later residents claim to have spotted a ghost in a wheelchair numerous times while living on the property. If you slow the footage down when the camera swings back towards the doorway, it does indeed look like someone in a wheelchair blurs past the camera. If this video is any indication, it seems that the new owner can also expect visitations from the ghost of a previous resident. Security cameras are a common source of strange videos that appear to defy reality. With more of our lives being caught on camera, it isn't surprising we're finding more evidence that suggests that we are living in a simulation. In this video, which comes from an unknown source, a security camera on the side of a building shows a group of 3 boys walking down a street together. One of the boys lags slightly behind the others. As the trio walks, something happens that makes him fall even further behind. He suddenly freezes in place in the middle of the street. The boy is paused in an awkward position. His legs are frozen mid-step and one of his arms hangs in the air. A close-up of the video shows that shadows crossing his face continue to move even though he's paused, indicating that this isn't likely to be camera trickery. After a few seconds, the boy resumes walking, not seeming to realise that anything was amiss. He runs to catch up with his friends, unaware that he may be living in a simulation. This bizarre clip was uploaded to Twitter by user Conspiration ESP. It seems to show a possible glitch in the Matrix. In the footage, we see a bird frozen in midair. Its body is still and its wings aren't flapping, yet it stays in place without anything holding it there. The camera holder pans the shot, showing several onlookers pointing at the bird, clearly stunned at what they're seeing. This piece of information seems to prove that the bird hasn't been placed in the air digitally after the video was shot, as the witnesses are clearly acknowledging the bizarre phenomenon.
Huh. Yeah, she's enjoying it.
Curiously, when the footage zooms in, you can actually see some of the feathers on the bird's wing move in the breeze. So the bird isn't completely frozen in time. It has some texture to it that is still in flux. Some commentators believe that the bird might be perched on a very fine cable that doesn't show up on the film. However, the majority of viewers are gobsmacked by the footage and are at a loss to explain what's going on. Could this be evidence that we're living in a simulation? Let me know what you think in the comments section below.
What is up with this guy in fucking this simulation?
Posted by Reddit user Eric31, scary ring camera videos have gained a lot of attention in recent years. While some users have a lot to say about camera glitches, others are less convinced by this explanation. Either way, these occurrences are certainly frequent enough to raise some doubts as to what discerning individuals are seeing. In this case, a man is captured by a ring camera. He is nonchalantly walking down the sidewalk in front of this couple's home. However, as soon as he reaches the end of the sidewalk in view of the camera, the man's body seems to slowly disappear until there's nothing left. Where the man once was, only the background provided by the neighbourhood remains. Some viewers assert the odd effect to be some sort of video glitch relative to light. While it's certainly plausible for these cameras to glitch, therefore creating odd visuals, that may not necessarily be the case in this instance. If you look closely, the man's body disappears slowly rather than all at once. This leaves the objects behind him clear as day in the video. Rather than distort the entire scene, only the man seems to be tampered with. From a supernatural perspective, one has to wonder what it is they're seeing here exactly. The disappearance of a ghost, or something else entirely. We'll leave that up to you, the viewer, to decide.
Raid is a turn-based battle MMORPG available both on PC and mobile. But today we're going to be focusing on Raid's champion. In a land torn between the forces of good and evil, the champions are the one that fight for you and allow you to progress through the game. That is why collecting them is one of the most important aspects of the game. Without champions, you just have piles of artifacts and nothing much to do with all of them. All of the champions that you summon go into your collection. To check out your champion collection, just hit the champion icon in your bastion. And if you want to check out all the champions in the game, have a look at the champion index. Just tap the index button to look through every faction and all of their champions. The most common way to get new champions is by summoning them with shards at the portal. You can also fuse certain champions from the fusion tab, as well as get them as rewards from completing campaign battles and progress missions, or collect them from new player reward programs. There are a few more and others may be added over time, but those are the main.
YouTube channel The Haunted Side Paranormal Investigations is no stranger to scary videos. They frequently share footage of eerie things that investigators spot in their visits to abandoned and haunted places. This video, however, is enough to leave even the most seasoned paranormal aficionados feeling rattled. This investigation takes place at the Cleanwater Demon House in Reno, Nevada, USA. According to the stories surrounding this property, more than a dozen people have met tragic ends in the house. There have been numerous reports of paranormal activity taking place there. The investigators visit the property in hopes of finding evidence of demonic activity.
So let's grab the SLS camera, let's grab the others, and let's head in there and just kind of do a walk around and see what's going on.
The investigators use numerous pieces of equipment, including a night vision camera and spirit box. Spirit boxes operate by scanning through radio waves in supposedly haunted places, allowing any entities in the area to make their voices heard using the waves. As the investigators explore the house, the spirit box quickly begins talking.
Ambition.
Oh, Jesus.
Applet. Children.
Applets and children?
Show.
It says a lot of random words, but one quickly stands out. Nail. As the box speaks this word, the investigator looks down and realizes he was inches away from piercing his foot with several large nails.
Nail. Yeah.
Oh my god. Look what I almost stepped on.
Chief.
And it said nail watch. And there's all these nails right here. And I stopped because I didn't want to step on it. And it said nail. Disregard. Threshold. What? That's crazy.
As they keep exploring and the spirit box continues chattering, the investigators locate bones on the floor. Just as they spot the bones, the box states break.
See these bones?
Break. Please. O-I.
Break, please. You said, look at these bones. And then it goes, break, please.
Moments later, one of the men claims to have seen a figure pass the door.
It's got like a weird, very weird layout. What the was that?
Look.
Something just went by the door.
Swim.
Something just went by this.
They then discover strange symbols written on the walls. They ask the spirit what the symbols mean, and it says anti-prey.
What does that mean? Oh, God.
Anti-prey.
Anti-prey?
The camera begins detecting movement in various places around the room.
Leather.
It's like doing that. Look. Oh, that was somebody.
Yes.
It was right there too, like just on the edge of the stairs. There they are.
The investigators decide to explore the second floor. They hear strange, disturbing sounds that resemble footsteps as they continue their exploration.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah. What the was that?
What?
I saw another shadow dart that way. I heard a footstep kind of at the top of the stairs right there. Who's in here with us?
A curious shadow figure appears to be following them around the building. At one point, as the crew are walking back into the house, an ominous black shape can be seen standing in the window.
What was that?
What?
I don't think that was a shadow.
However, upon reviewing the footage, seconds later, the shape is gone.
I don't think that was a shadow. It was on the other side of that window.
A second camera that was simultaneously filming the inside of the house shows that there was no one inside the building when the shadow figure was seen in the window.
I don't think that was a shadow. It was on the other side of that window.
If you slow the footage down, there is indeed a tall, dark shadow in the window.
That captured probably one of the best shadow figures I've ever seen.
The appearance of the shadow figure is followed by disturbing growling noises, footsteps, and knocks on the walls and ceiling, terrifying the investigators.
What was that? It sounded like grumbling.
Yeah.
What the
The motion sensing camera picks up a clear humanoid figure standing nearby.
Oh, there it is. There he is.
On the door?
Yep.
It appears to be attempting to close a door, but is unable to do so.
He's trying to... It looks like he's trying to close that door. Or like move that door. Let's see if it maps anything.
Near the end of the investigation, the entity appears to become more powerful. It takes a lot of energy for ghosts to move objects, but it eventually moves a plank of wood during an EVP session in a completely empty room.
Whoa! Dude.
It also knocks over a bike that is leaning against a wall in the empty room.
You see that?
It seems the attentions of the investigators have made the spirit stronger or perhaps just bolder.
You see that?
We are investigating a counterfeit coupon ring.
If couponing is a crime,
Your trophy.
count them in.
It's time we start bending the rules a little.
What is her name? What does she look like? She's like 3 feet tall.
Call a sketch artist!
A sketch artist? Who do you think she is? Kaiser Soze?
Don't go spending dough on stuff you can't write off. We bought a few things. This is not a few things.
Queen pins, rated R.
Posted to Reddit by user Alien Alien, this seems to be one
Who's
in a
that girl in the
series of
middle?
freaky events
She's got
occurring in a former hospital turned office building. Providing context for the clip, the uploader explains that this event was far from isolated, with odd occurrences having taken place before the clip was posted. The uploader is sure the office is the scene of some distressing haunting. The uploader first explains that the owner of the building has often imagined the figure of a man standing in the corner of the office when no one should have been around. Still, the office manager believed he was simply being paranoid rather than the victim of a haunting. It's likely this clip played a part in convincing him otherwise. Roughly a week later, the police were alerted to what would otherwise be considered some sort of break-in or suspicious activity. A door had opened in the building, but when the police arrived, they saw no one around. It wasn't until that event that the surveillance video was checked, revealing this clip. In it, one can clearly see what appears to be the blinds on one door's window opening by themselves. Next, the door slowly begins to creak open with no one around or captured in the video. The odd and careful activity seems to have confirmed the office manager's worst fears, that he was perhaps not truly alone when he pictured the man standing in the corner. He's likely the victim of something much more sinister than a trick of the imagination. In this video, shared to YouTube by Flag on the Play, a bit of news coverage is enough to make many people question whether they are living in a simulation. The video clip comes from a live news broadcast. Reporters watch from the ground as the Pope conducts a prayer for those affected by the pandemic. He stands in a dark window of the Vatican, his bright white clothes illuminated by the sun outside. When he concludes his prayer, he slowly turns and begins to walk away from the window. You would expect to see him gradually fade into the darkness of the room as he walks away from the light of the window. However, something strikingly different happens.
Yeah,
the Pope turns away from the window and pauses for a moment. Then he disappears in the blink of an eye, leaving behind only the dark window where he'd just been standing. How could such a shocking thing happen in the middle of a live broadcast? Some viewers of the video believe the answer is simple, that the broadcast wasn't really live and we're seeing an awkward cut in the film.
That's what I was thinking.
However, others have their own theories. Some suggest that it was a glitch in reality, and there are those who believe the Pope is exhibiting terrifying demonic powers. So far, no one can say for sure what caused this bizarre event. Lots of parents use cameras to keep an eye on their children when they aren't around. The footage from these cameras don't usually yield that many scary videos. However, in the case of TikToker Crazy TikTok Sakti, a nanny cam captured something truly terrifying.
There's something
the
right there at the end of the bed.
Placed just above an infant's crib. At the start of the video, we can see the baby sleeping fitfully in the darkened room. You might notice throughout the video that there's a dark shadow just outside the child's crib. At first, the blob-shaped shadow doesn't seem unusual. It could easily be a large toy or a pile of clothes resting on the nursery floor. In the dim light from the camera, it's impossible to tell what waits just outside the crib. That is, until something about the shadow changes. As the camera rolls, a pair of bright reflective eyes suddenly blink open in the middle of the shadow. The eyes appear as small points of light watching the sleeping child through the bars of the crib. A vapor-like hand even comes through the bars of the crib on the right.
That's not a vapor-like hand.
The video ends before we can see what happens next. However, the child's tossing and turning could indicate some unsettling energy in the room. Those who have viewed the video believe the creature is most likely a shadow person. These creepy entities typically appear late at night. They can blend into the shadows in the corners of a room or in darkened doorways. Often they only appear for a moment before disappearing, making the witness wonder if they really saw something lurking in the dark. Most shadow people cause no real harm other than terrifying those unlucky enough to spot them. In this case, the baby thankfully doesn't wake up in time to spot the terrifying creature. Posted to the Bitch Instagram page, this video seems to, quite literally, show a glitch in the Matrix. Captured outside, the video shows a point in the sky where the inexplicable is occurring. In the middle of the air, surrounded by palm trees, a strange object seems to be floating. It looks to be a palm frond frozen in space and time. It almost looks like we're seeing a glitched simulation. Half the elements in the video seem to make sense, but it looks like the palm frond's been copied and pasted to the wrong part of the sky. The video zooms into the weird object, showing that it isn't simply a doctored photograph. Some commenters thought perhaps there was a thin power line or piece of string holding the palm leaf up. While viewers may not be certain to what exactly is happening in this video, freaky videos like these certainly lend credence to the idea that we might actually be living in a simulation after all. A pub should be a place to relax and unwind after a long day. Unfortunately, for the patrons of Barney Mac's Bar in Drogheda, County Louth Island, their time at this bar isn't always peaceful. The bar was a regular haunt of a man named Joe Murphy for years. Not long ago, the regular unfortunately passed away. However, the staff at the bar believe he still occasionally comes to visit. In this footage, recorded by the bar's CCTV system, we see a pint of beer on a table in front of a guest. One of the patrons stands up, and while he's not looking, the pint glass explodes, sending beer and shards of glass all over the table. After the explosion, the patrons simply stare at the broken glass, flabbergasted. According to the staff, this isn't an unusual occurrence. Ever since the passing of Joe Murphy, exploding pints have been an occasional problem. Those who work there have gotten used to the strange emergences of their late customer, but it still terrifies customers who aren't used to Joe's shenanigans.
That is crazy.
Son, we're grabbing burgers for dinner if you're interested.
I'm vegan, Walter.
You had bacon for breakfast.
Okay, Mr. Perfect.
Want to really be a rebel? Get up.
In the hustle and bustle of a busy city, it's unusual to see people standing completely still, let alone frozen in what looks like a breakdancing posture. However, if we're living in a simulation, anything is possible. This video by YouTuber Breakman proves just that. As the car travels down the street, the occupants notice something quite odd and take out a camera to record the phenomenon. On the side of the road, the clip shows a man who appears to be in the middle of a breakdance move. One of his shoulders is on the ground, his head bent at an awkward angle, and his legs sticking up in the air. It isn't unusual for breakdancers to hold such a position for a second or two. However, this man remains in the bizarre pose for the entirety of the video. It's as if he's been frozen in the middle of a street performance. The occupants of the car record him as they pass by. He remains entirely still. We don't even see slight twitching or shaking that we'd expect if a man were holding himself in such a strenuous position. To many, this footage is irrefutable proof that we're living in a simulation. They believe that the man in the video was somehow paused, causing him to remain in his posture much longer than should have been physically possible. Is this a feat of superhuman strength or a bizarre glitch in reality? Either way, there's something highly unnatural happening in this footage. Tweeted by user Conspiration ESP, this video begs the same question: is this real or fake? The footage is being captured from an aircraft in the sky. It's clear the original uploader began recording as they sensed something wrong with the aircraft opposite them. An object is first spotted flying on nearly the same level as this aircraft in the opposite direction. Coming closer, the flying object appears to be nothing like any aircraft seen before. Boxy yet flat, the craft instantly looks more like something out of a sci-fi movie than a commercial or army aircraft. What's more, the object appears to adjust its course quickly once it realizes it's closing in on the aircraft this video was recorded in. Dipping down beneath the cloud cover, it's clear that whatever craft this was didn't want to be seen too closely. The mystery of the odd aircraft may never see a conclusion. This leaves viewers and UFO enthusiasts to wonder just what exactly was seen that day.
That's crazy. It didn't look that big and then it goes down.
Most people who get arrested fear being alone in a jail cell. According to this footage from Paranormal Activity World, there might be something very different to fear. In this video, we see a man behind bars in a maximum security cell. He's standing alone in solitary confinement, looking through the bars. When the man in the cell takes a small step to the side, things get really bizarre. When the prisoner steps to the side, he no longer seems to be alone in his cell. With his body out of the way, we see a bizarre shadow figure lurking just behind him. The shape is terrifying. It almost appears to be part human, part arachnid. It has a human head,
Part
but seems to
arachnid.
move on a set of spindly legs, staying down near the floor.
Where did this guy get spindly legs?
The shadow quickly disappears, stepping back behind the man after he moves. Clearly, this entity has some attachment to this unfortunate prisoner, using him to hide from other prying eyes.
It looks like he was supposed to be a shadow.
Imagine being trapped behind bars all alone when you realise there may be a shadow person sharing the cell with you.
He said arachnid like
The last of these
legs.
freaky
Nah,
clips
it's just
posted to Facebook
just
by
a
user
shadow
Kayleen
on.
Bowman is just as inexplicable as some of the others. What's been dubbed a glitch in the simulation, viewers are left to come to their own conclusion. Seen floating in mid-air appears to be a dark object. The object seems to be suspended from nowhere with no wires or structures nearby. On closer inspection, it appears to be a bird frozen in place mid-air. A still photo was also taken so we can get a better, more focused look.
Just looks
Floating
like you're
in the
taking a
air and
picture of the
completely
bird.
still, the object
Fine.
almost seems to be levitating as if by magic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Either it's something supernatural and mysterious, or the aforementioned glitch in the Matrix. The clip is nevertheless enough to shake even the most die-hard skeptics. So what do you think's going on in this clip? Is it just a bird suspended on some thin, unseen wire, or is it truly a glitch in the Matrix? Love to hear your opinions on this one in the comments section below. Not all weird footage involves ghostly visits from other worlds or unexplained phenomena from the skies. The strangest videos of all are sometimes the ones that capture something from the natural world all around us. This piece of weird footage from Indonesia that was supposed to showcase some family-friendly entertainment went viral for all the wrong reasons. Twitter user @Patir shared some disturbing footage of a monkey on a motorbike attempting to snatch a toddler. The footage was also shared by a number of news outlets around the world. The monkey in the video speeds down a walkway on a tiny bike. It appears to be a happy scene until the monkey gets to a bench where a group of children are sitting. The monkey hops off the bike and lunges at a toddler without warning. The monkey then
That
pulls
mom
the
doesn't
toddler
do
down
anything,
to the
though.
ground before attempting to drag it away with extreme strength. The stunned child is pulled along for a second before breaking free. The scene is both bizarre and disturbing. Fortunately, it's been reported that the toddler in the video is just fine. The monkey is apparently part of an entertainment group in Indonesia. However, this clearly isn't the type of entertainment its handlers were going for.
Hey, Mas! Hey!
The last of these freaky videos was posted to the Ring website itself. Seemingly just an average security video, the anomaly in this video is subtle and easily missed. However, closer viewings reveal a small light visible near the home's driveway at the beginning of the video.
Yes.
The light zips right down the sidewalk to the street, where it seems to almost materialize as a figure on the road.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Eerie and unsettling, repeated viewings do nothing to calm the nagging idea at the back of one's mind that whatever it is they're seeing is not quite natural. When the figure reaches the end of the sidewalk and hits the road, it appears to materialize into another form entirely. A trick of the mind or a trick of an otherworldly spirit? That's clearly up to the viewer to decide, as it seems unlikely a follow-up to this odd video will ever be posted. However, videos like this do a good job raising speculation as to whether or not any of these open-ended Ring camera videos will ever get the proper investigation they deserve, or if they'll be blamed on camera glitches forevermore.
I mean, that could be
Now, if you
somebody
like
on
our
a
longer
bike.
compilation videos, there's another one on the top there for you. Otherwise, you can binge on our paranormal playlist right there. Now, in the comment section below, let us know which was the scariest clip of 2020 for you. I also want to just thank you, the audience, for the amazing year we've had. We've received so much support. I hope you have a festive holiday period and a happy new year.
Thread Beast.
Thread Beast.
Thread Beast. Thread
I've
Beast
heard
is a
of them.
men's clothing subscription company that sends the latest streetwear to your house every single month.
Ooh, and this box got weight to it, meaning it's a lot of clothes in there. Let's go check it out.
Staples!
Oh my gosh, I've needed a wallet for the longest time.
We got this Adidas shirt with the Adidas classic logo in camo colorway.
Oh, it's a long sleeve. Yo, this goes hard.
Damn, this box is full of goodies.
Ooh, we got some Zane Robe red shorts. If you know Zane Robe, you know it's a pretty expensive brand. I'm basically paying half of what I would actually be paying for these clothes at the mall, too. This is super soft. Super duper soft. Let's change into these. Ooh, damn, I'm looking fresh.
Hello, Ham Fam! Seeing as we're all stuck inside practicing social distancing, we thought we'd put together a mega compilation of some of the
Ventriloquist dummies are undeniably creepy. Their faces are often devoid of real expression, the mechanisms that move them trapped behind lifeless glass eyes. The older the doll, the creepier it is. In this video, the head of a ventriloquist dummy named Mr. Fritz that was built in the 1940s at the height of World War II has left numerous internet users even more horrified of dolls. The owner of the collection where the dummy is kept noticed that on several mornings each week, the door to the glass case was found standing open, even though it had been locked the night before. He decided to set up a camera to see if he could figure out why. The footage begins by showing the head of the dummy locked away inside its case. The head rests atop a narrow stand, making it impossible for anyone to have moved the head without being spotted by the camera. As the camera rolls, the locked door to the glass case suddenly swings open. Shortly after, the eyes and mouth of the doll open and close slowly one at a time for several seconds. After seeing the footage, the dummy's owner was terrified. Since the footage went viral, Mr. Fritz has had his case covered with a blanket and secured with chains to hopefully prevent any further supernatural events. In a series of scary TikTok videos, user @security1275, a security guard working at a cemetery in Savannah, Georgia, terrified users of the social media app when he investigated unusual noises that he heard while working late one night among the dead. To make matters even more terrifying, not long after the footage was posted on TikTok, the user deleted all of the footage and abandoned his account on the site. After the night in question, his internet presence has practically ceased, leaving many to wonder what actually happened on that fateful night. In the first video, the security guard is stationed near one of the cemetery's mausoleums when he hears a strange noise. He states that it sounds like banging, so he most likely believes that he's dealing with a trespasser. Deciding that it's his job to investigate the sound, he approaches the creepy structure.
Bear with me, guys.
As he approaches, the camera picks up what appears to be a mysterious person standing to the right of the building. The guard doesn't seem to notice them, but many users have insisted the figure is there. He investigates further, heading inside the mausoleum. After a few seconds of exploring the building, the camera picks up another eerie sound, the voice of a child whispering a tentative hello.
Door was open again. Hello, security.
After that, the situation becomes unclear, as the camera's microphone only picks up the sounds of running and banging as the guard desperately attempts to locate the source of the sound.
I don't know how the hell they keep opening these. Hello?
At this point, he still seems to believe that the sounds are coming from human trespassers.
I don't know where the hell these people are.
Later in the night, the guard uploads a second video. This time, he claims to have seen someone standing outside the same mausoleum that he investigated earlier. He bravely heads inside once again, even though the building's lights are flickering on and off as he approaches. Things inside the building have gone from spooky to terrifying.
Okay, guys. I'm really not sure what's going on here.
On this trip inside, the camera picks up a blood-curdling scream inside the chapel. It seems to be screaming, "Get out."
I'm really not sure what's going on here.
The guard quickly flees when he hears this, but moves on to explore other parts of the building. Inside the area of the mausoleum that he visited earlier, he hears the eerie sound of a child singing "Ring Around the Rosie." Other users claim to have heard the voice saying, "There is no God here." These disturbing utterances seem to be the last straw for the guard as he quickly runs from the building.
Nope, I'm getting the out of here.
In a final video, the guard returns to the mausoleum in the light of day to look around and hopefully find evidence to explain the night's eerie events in a less terrifying environment. Unfortunately, the childlike voice that terrified him the night before has not left the building. Inside, the voice greets him with a hello.
Are you sure there's nobody in here? Anybody in here?
The guard attempts to converse with the child after the voice makes a pitiful plea, asking the guard, "Can you help me?"
Hello?
He attempts to locate the child, asking questions, but is unable to find any evidence of the voice's source.
I can't see you. You're correct, so you need to come out, okay?
The video ends shortly after, leaving viewers to wonder what happened to the guard. Many believe that he quit his job after the harrowing night depicted in the footage, but his internet silence has left users with more questions
I'm
than
really
answers.
not sure what's going on here.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. Last week, I slew the Spider Queen. I didn't mean to. I'm not a fighter. I'm an HP guy. I'm the one who takes the hits while the others slay. But my player, he gave me this sweet legendary artifact. I just wanted to check it out and... boom. It was just so cool.
Raid Shadow Legends. Play for free.
Oh, I did it again. I did it again!
This is some shocking footage uploaded to a YouTube channel called Eastwood Westwood. It claims to be filmed by a CCTV camera in an undisclosed location in China. In the clip, you can see a silver SUV and a white sedan enter an intersection when suddenly they lift off the ground. They hover upward unusually as if pulled by wires or some kind of magnetic force. The black sedan seen driving at the bottom of the screen slows down as if in awe of what's happening. When the video was shared to social media, it sparked a fierce debate. Firstly, no one seems to be able to identify where in China the clip was filmed, nor have any witnesses come forward regarding the incident. Some viewers think the physics of the cars lifting into the air looks a little off, as if it's computer generated. However, others think the incident is real, claiming that the phenomenon is a sudden and severe lack of gravity caused by a series of earthquakes in nearby Taiwan. I'll throw this one out to the viewers. Did two cars really experience a sudden lack of gravity and rise into the air, or is this video just a clever hoax? Let us know what you think in the
Or
comments
is
section
it
below.
UFOs?
True Horror Stories of Texas is known for eerie videos brought to the internet from the southwestern United States. However, this video takes them across the border to Mexico, where an exploration of ancient ruins led to some truly terrifying footage. In the video, we see an explorer walking around the ruins. The area is dim, but not completely dark. In the shadows that lurk in the corners, the camera picks up something unexpected. A dark form hiding among the broken bricks and crumbling walls. The explorers don't seem to notice and continue their tour of the ruins. However, when they turn toward the exit moments later, they're surprised to see someone lurking near the exit. Even in the bright light spilling in from outside, the figure appears entirely black, wearing a long dress and with a face obscured by long black hair. When the men call out to her, she quickly turns to flee. Her movements are quick, but she appears to be lifting off the ground as she turns away. A slow motion recap confirms that she clearly takes flight to escape the men pursuing her. It's unclear exactly who or what the figure was, but many are certain that she's a witch. This short but chilling clip, taken from a security camera somewhere in Japan, first surfaced sometime in mid-2016. It shows a man briefly waiting by the side of the road before a taxi arrives to pick him up. However, as he steps onto the road, some kind of dark figure can suddenly be seen following him towards the vehicle. The figure appears to be wearing a dress and has long black hair and a hunched posture, similar to many ghosts of Japanese folklore. It eerily shadows the man as he enters the taxi. However, rather than also getting into the car, it appears to float right through the side of it. While there's very little information available about this video, it's difficult to know for sure exactly what the security camera has captured. That, and the fact that the footage quality is very low, has led many skeptics to believe that the appearance of the ghost might be little more than a very clever editing job. Unfortunately, without further information, we may never learn the truth behind this truly eerie ghost video. There seems to be a lot of activity among shadow people lately. Another slapped ham viewer, Louise Orellana, shared a video that seems to depict the work of a shadowy figure. The video is from a security camera trained on a small stairway. The area is still and quiet. The only movement comes from small insects flying through the light shining down on the camera. Suddenly, a shadow seems to fall across the camera. Then, a piece of mirror leaning against the wall suddenly turns, as if knocked askew by a strong wind. It then crashes to the ground and shatters all over the pavement. A moment after the mirror splinters into thousands of pieces, another shadow seems to be moving on the same spot where the glass shattered. It appears as a human figure leaning over the broken glass. After pausing for a moment, the shadow disappears. In most mysterious videos of shadow people, they appear as mysterious but passive
pushing
figures.
the glass.
In this video, the shadow person could be expressing anger by taking it out on the glass.
Like right here.
The image of the shadow leaning over the glass after it breaks makes this video truly frightening. This next clip is like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. In the Indian state of Karnataka, workers were excavating a site near Sadashivgad Fort as part of a roadworks operation when they uncovered an ancient Shiva shrine. It was unearthed when part of the mountainside collapsed during the works. In the footage, beside the possibly centuries-old relic, a cobra is standing guard. It hisses at workers, warning them to not come any closer. According to legend, the god Shiva wore a cobra around their neck, symbolizing the control of death in the past, present and future. Could this be an omen sent from the gods to protect this sacred site, or is it all just a bizarre coincidence?
Both.
CCTV cameras have been popping up everywhere and are another great source for scary videos. This strange video, shot by a user called Mr. Valkyrie, comes from a security camera in a housing subdivision. The camera shows a view of a pathway leading to the subdivision's gate. There's a partial view of the street outside the gate. At first, the night is still, but the calm is soon interrupted by a bizarre occurrence. A few seconds into the video, a figure approaches. It turns to face the gate, and a moment later, it's miraculously on the other side. In a single instant, the figure appears to move straight through the clearly closed steel gate. The figure then begins to walk down the path towards the camera. At first, it's difficult to distinguish any features, either because of the dark or because the figure is semi-transparent. As it comes into the light closer to the camera, we can see that it appears to be a man in baggy shorts walking slowly down the pathway. Viewers of the video have suggested that the man could be a ghost or perhaps even a shapeshifter. Authorities have investigated but come up with no answers.
That's crazy.
Driving down a dark street late at night can be nerve-wracking. It's definitely not the time or place to be thinking about Japanese ghost videos. Unfortunately for this driver, they ended up recording one. Driving down a lonely road late one night, this driver spotted something peculiar along the side of the road. It was long after dark, so there was no reason for anyone to be out on foot. Yet the footage clearly shows a young woman on the side of the road.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. Miss Grace, you're the best. I found the body in a trunk in the attic. It belonged to an actress who disappeared in 1934.
Welcome to the Cadence. Enjoy your show.
Her name was
Enjoy
Viola
your
Davis.
show.
First blow is to her wrist. Second and fatal blow is to her head. Say she was trying to defend herself.
You just love a good whodunit.
This is a dream. Getting the rolling sky. Holding me down.
Spooky.
Doing this
Which
all
one did you
for
see?
Could be the least bit grateful.
Oh yeah, I need to do that, huh? Are you speaking?
I just want to be free.
Huh?
She's an
You sounded kind of fun.
You sound kind of full.
I mean, I'm not talking about it.
Why are you tired?
To make the video even more disturbing,
Why are you tired?
road as if she was caught out late.
You seen all of them? Really? Yeah, you didn't say nothing?
Behind the guardrails,
Yeah, when I got home, I just took it on, so I wasn't going to play with it a little bit inside.
Oh, I was like,
when the ghostly woman is
I was like, I've been watching and you didn't say nothing. I'm gonna share my pants.
Also, I said spooky, and then I tried to enter it, but then I needed to update it because I updated my password or something, so I needed to redo that. So it took me like a while.
reflecting the white burial kimono used in traditional funeral rituals.
I meant to say spooky, but 30 minutes ago. Nah, I'm exaggerating, not that long, but
Whether
I
the
don't
entity
know.
was a Yurei or just some creepy woman lurking, her appearance alongside the road late at night was likely spine-chilling.
I like these kind of things.
It is.
What is it? This guy says simulation too much. Oh, we all just stuck in a simulation. Huh? What? I didn't hear anything you said actually.
Good.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't deserve anything you said.
You don't deserve anything you said.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
There's an update. You didn't even tell me. You're toxic.
Didn't even know. But
How many achievements have you all?
What?
How many achievements have you unlocked?
Don't know.
Don't know anything.
Man, it's kind of dumb, Joe. You know what it is. Achievements. This is 1 out of 5.
I'll just say
So
1 out of
what you
5
done?
and there's 1 out of 31. Or 131. But it's, you probably can't see it until you go to, what is that shit called? Steam.
Have to go to what?
Steam.
Theme?
Steam.
Oh.
Just go to your library. And then go to New World. Yeah. Should say achievements.
Out of 133, I got 4.
Lucky. I got none. I haven't played this game that much.
You know. I am, Joe.
You're welcome.
Why? Are you supposed to build a community on here? You damn. You even play the freaking game. Hmm?
With you. You are the one.
What's up, man? Just kidding. Where am I? Dun dun dun. This will be- Bless you.
What did I watch on Wednesday? Oh, the old lady one. I remember. Why isn't this movie?
Hey, Wonder World right now?
No, I can't even play. It's updating.
Yeah, what old lady you talking about?
Huh?
Yeah, what old lady you talking about?
The movie I watched. No Watch Party.
It's not Wednesday.
Yeah.
I said it's not Wednesday.
What?
You did a watch party today?
No, on Wednesday.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out what I watched.
You watched Pern.
What? What?
Pern.
The hell is that?
I'm trying to say porn without
Oh.
saying porn. God.
God.
Pick up on these clues, Joe.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, porn. Oh, Pornhub?
Just
Corn. Cornhub. Yeah, there you go. Cornhub.
yeah.
Watching them juicy corn videos. Is that a turkey? I also have a lot of freaking feathers.
To make a lot of those.
A lot. I don't think you understand how much a lot is, but it's a lot. Hey, how long is your update, dude? It's garbage.
You're right.
Feels nice to be the what is it? Delivering side of this banter. Just shit on your internet. You like it. You know it's not true whatsoever. I feel you, sugar. I also need timber.
Not all people who are nice to you have good intentions.
See, everybody that's nice to me has good intentions.
Yes.
Well,
Wait, what?
obviously, if they're nice to me, why wouldn't they have good intentions?
Because they want the booty.
Huh?
What?
I don't think you heard what I said. Motherfucker, you just saying yes. There ain't no way you agree with what I did. All this motherfucker just ran up on me, scared the shit out of me. Eat each other's beat and get him. Yeah, boy. Get him.
I don't understand this shit.
You start reading up to understand it, baby. Dummy. Got him. What is it that you don't understand?
This
I will
fucking
check it
updating
out.
shit.
In what?
Like it goes all the way up, right? So it's like already done.
What are you talking about?
Downloading. You just said.
Oh, you said upgrading.
I said downloading.
I said upgrading, and then you continued like it was okay. So I'm like, okay, so he's talking about upgrading. And then you said, and I'm like,
It
what are we
sounded the
upgrading?
same.
So clearly it was a miscommunication.
Clearly.
We'll pass that fact. Okay, we're talking about the download. Continue. Or do you not understand?
Why that it's fully updated, but it's not doing nothing.
We'll give it time to like solidify, you know, final process. Or
It's
you know,
like
installation.
170.62, and then it says patching. And it's been like that for like 5 minutes.
I think that's 50 years.
50 years.
I've been sitting here for 50 years, mate.
Been someone sees for 50 years, my guy.
My dude. Need a better axe.
Play for 6.5 hours.
Oh, it's 6.5 minutes, bro. You're barely on.
The fuck you just say to me? It says 6.5 hours, so don't ever disrespect me like that again.
I won't disrespect you if you got on more.
I did get on more. See, it's like 6 hours. That's a lot.
For this game, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's like the tutorial and then some.
That's my time right there. You know what I did with 6 hours? Sleep.
My head is going somewhere completely different. I could have jacked off 456 times, but no,
Yeah.
I chose to play this game with you. See how good of a
Yeah.
friend I am.
That is also a situation too.
This is good, bro. Also, that's a lot. Disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Gross. Ow. Only when you're able to get on. Let me give you my love. There are a shitload of rabbits around here. Don't need rabbits anymore, I need turkeys. I see a turkey. Bring that feathery ass here, boy.
Oh, that's Squid Games.
All of it or some of it?
The whole thing. Kind of watched it.
I just started the first episode.
Just started. Oh my god.
That's the guy who barely finished it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I watched it in 2 days.
Yeah, I just started it like 30 minutes before I got on. Because I was like, what should I watch? And I'm like, oh, because I just finished Dave Chappelle's stand-up special.
Is that a new one?
At work. The closer one, his latest one. Just came out. Yeah. So, I saw that. And then. Yeah, and then I was like, what else should I watch? And I saw Squid Game, and I was like, I want to watch it, but I don't know. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll
Watch what?
start it. Squid Game.
Oh.
And immediately, within like the first 10 or like 5 minutes, I was like, I hate this man. He's such a little bitch. Is that how you felt?
That's funny.
Huh?
So that's funny.
Why is that funny?
Because it is. I hate this guy. He's a little bitch.
Yeah, bro. He treats his mom like shit, or he's selfish as fuck. You get the fuck out of here, bro. You deserve. You die. I don't care about you. And
That's
he's
not
like-
my. That wasn't my thought of him. I was like, man, this guy's a fucking douchebag.
Like, yeah, douchebag little bitch that deserves whatever's coming.
Little bitch.
Homeboy's a child in an adult's body. Grow the fuck up.
Damn. Tell me how you really feel.
That's how I feel. I told you. I just did. Gonna fucking stutter, goddamn. Fuck this guy. But I mean, hey, great acting. Unless he's actually like that, then fuck him. But until then, great acting, home slice. You gotta be real good at what you do to make people hate you, you know what I'm saying? Great actor. Where to go? Not done downloading yet?
It's done. I'm just downloading everything else.
So you hate me. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't think you'd figure it out.
Back to launch Nova.
need one more fucking turkey. Where are you? I just wanna introduce you to my blade. Please. Is the main character likable in Squid Game, like at all?
Huh?
Is the main character likable in Squid Game at all?
Likeable.
In your opinion?
Yeah. Later.
Okay. So he grows up a little bit at least. Okay. Or at least I'd like to assume that.
How did you just appear?
How?
Yeah, you were here on my friend's list and now you are not.
I'm not your friend.
Fucking fight me, bitch.
You walked into that one, I'm sorry.
Don't tell me to do that.
Alive turkey.
Did I delete you from my friends group?
Projects. Let's unpin that. Unpin that.
Oh, okay, what the hell?
So I need cloth, so I need hemp for that one. Energizing my reactions.
You're so far away.
Timber, wood. Okay. Map.
You really moved.
Like, main quests were in the time that I spawned in, so I had to avoid getting on Nintendo Seas.
Liar. All his excuses. You never said, Joey, get on.
I had to be alone.
Yes.
Everything in this game? Huh?
Yes.
Huh? Yes, mommy. Mommy, sorry. Mommy,
Yes, mommy,
sorry.
Mommy, sorry.
Sorry. Mommy, sorry.
Corrupted node is gone.
Stupid skeleton motherfuckers. Get off my dick. Oh my god, how? Huh? I have questions, game. Oh, wrong way. Damn it. Actually, process. Okay. Time to go down to the beach. To the beach. Joe, why so far from you?
Huh?
Why so far from you?
Because you ate me.
Damn, I can figure it out.
Because I'm that smart.
Stupid brain, baby. Got a fire staff, you want it? You want it? You want it?
What?
You want it? You want it? A fire staff, you want it?
Sure.
Yeah, you want it? It's a fire staff. Oh, okay. Goodness, I'm going for it.
Fine, Guardians of Signar.
Yeah, turkey scared me, bro. Your hair sticks behind me. Ah, stop fucking turkey. Why is it going? Windsward standing.
You can throw spears?
You can throw axes if you're throwing axe. Get the wind, bro.
Wanna shut the fuck up? Just kidding.
Shuts the fuck up your ass.
It's 4 more. I don't need 2 more. 1 more.
Wait a darn looking monk.
Jesus Christ, Joe. Joey's trying to kill himself. Just kidding.
I did not do that. That would be it.
He said he's on Molly.
On what?
Molly? Oh god.
Who's Molly? I thought he was gay.
You should text him that. Be like, who's Molly? I thought you were gay.
see. Did I just come to the starting area? The spawn point on an accident?
Hey, join the company.
Where do I go? I just don't believe.
Huh?
I'm talking myself. Somebody's joining.
Yeah, we joined the company.
Yo, what's good?
Sounds so fun.
What about you?
Hey, he talked. I don't know how he talked.
He's chilling, bro. He's chilling.
Forgot how he talked. Which button is it?
It's V. No, that's the whole thing. This whole thing is just grinding.
Running Simulator 2020.
Running Simulator plus chopping trees. It's
Yeah, no kidding.
what a fucking logo.
Combat's alright though.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, unless they do just heal themselves, and it's just like a constant thing.
Oh yeah, you could see it. I forgot. Okay, I thought it was just me. He was texting, so you could see it. So it worked perfectly. I just said that. You got Discord?
Yeah.
Look up the dog pack, DAWG, the server, and we're in there chatting.
What this is? None.
But he used my chat one misses it.
You done. Your second's up, buddy.
You done fucked up. The invitation is gone.
You didn't join. It's over. What was I doing? I'll probably just tell someone trying to. This is a big thing. I'm gonna get shit from there.
I am getting rid of corruption shit.
Oh, dang it, I have to walk back.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Why?
because you're not in a fast travel spot or area, whatever it's called.
What happened?
Zip was in the server.
The dog pack, so DAWG space capital PACK. I can't get him because I'm not 25 skin. Fuck you, game. Map.
Freaking noob.
I'm gonna beat that fucking ass. You ever see that again? Just kidding.
Beat that ass, you say it now. I'm telling
Clap
you to
them
get that.
cheeks, what?
You know what? What?
What?
Yo, is that you in disguise?
Is that you in here? Huh?
Yeah, what are you doing? I thought you was on mine.
Thought you were out there doing drugs, the hell?
What? He's doing Molly. You know that? The chick we don't know about?
I mean, Molly could be a guy, I don't Earn faction points. How do you do that? And where's for? All I see is 5 and 6. I don't see 4. Does 4 just happen when it's on?
Or what?
Your mom, I got him. I'm just kidding.
I'm never helping you again.
Oh yeah, I need to be level 20. How do you teleport back? Okay, menu. We called it. Yeah. God damn it. Cisco. We gotta send it to him direct. Invite people.
You have the language filter on the messages turned on?
The language filter? No. I don't know. Why?
It's not gonna matter, because if you turn it off, you can be able to see, you'll be able to see the links or when you land or anything new.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna type it in the group chat, or like the group thing in the chat, little links below, bottom left. You just have to turn off the language filter, like the chat filters. If you
I turned that off on day one.
How do you change that on? Huh?
Go to settings. Just go to settings and look for it.
Language filter off. Right? So what you're talking about? Okay, and then
you see it in the group chat thing?
what?
Yeah, I see it.
Alright.
Group chat. Group chat. I want to be in the group chat.
You hit escape, you'll, on the bottom left, you'll see the different kind of chats. There's a feed, which is everything global, area, help, recruitment, faction, group. If you're in a group, it's company, console, and then there's direct message only. So, I just typed in the group. So
I touched it. Oh, right there. Okay, I see how it changed.
Look, do I get out of this area?
Avengers. Assemble.
Also, with fast traveling, you know how you rise that ease off stuff?
Yeah.
If you have a lower equipment load, then, what is it? You don't have to use as much as, like, fast travel.
Okay. Don't know.
Also, I don't know what his Discord name is.
Yeah, game chat.
Yellow.
In times of trouble, are so quick to doubt their leaders.
So,
I suppose I would never understand.
the old man who guide corruption.
He's muted, person?
Wave to him, said hi. He's muted, yeah.
Oh my god. I go back to game and bears when boards just attacking. It's like, no, let me mercy. Can he hear us if he's muted?
I don't think so. Well, he might be able to. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how that works. Yeah.
There you go.
I need to adjust him nose a little. Can you talk now? So that's a little bit boosted you up as high as you can, but you're stuck on a little bit.
This is what kind of weapons do you use? How good is your fire staff right now? Yeah, I have one in my inventory right now. That I didn't read it. Gear score 329. Intelligence plus 15, and it has Beast Bane, which is damage against beast plus 90% pretty much, and then but it's a level 23. Oh yeah, no, like it's just a random. So I mean, if anything, I'll just I'll trade this over to you, and then I'll just put them maybe you can, if you don't find a better way to. I use hand axe and what is it, great axe. So. Yeah, I use hand axe for DPS and the fact that he heals, and then great axe just for DPS. I started this off as a. I started this character off as a. What is it? intelligence and like or like I wanted to be a mage, but then it was hard to solo that because I wanted to be a healer kind of. So I was, but no, I was just by myself, so it was hard to solo that. So I switched over. So, yeah, fuck it, I mean, I try to. Yeah.
So I can't do that till level 20?
I find it, if you guys are, just use the bulletin board thing with the talents, and just get the easy quests, things that require a lot of time to use. For example, like going out hunting a specific animal if it's not like native or like close to your region or that little town. Don't even bother with those. Like do easy ones, like collecting food or lumber or something like that. Stuff that you can do really easy. And it just boosts your EXP real quick. And it resets every 30 minutes. So abandon everything that would take a while to do. Or if you're like not going in early. It boosts your HP quite a bit. And then try to do all of the crafting with the crude iron stuff, like weapons and armor and stuff, because that boosts your level quite a bit, and also your smithing. From what I've done, at least. But honestly, because I mean, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be going DPS. So if you find somebody who would play with us that is consistent DPS, I can switch to a healer roller. I don't mind doing that too. Because that was an average play. Yeah. So like you're like a kind of like you're distance DPS. Like you can't do close range DPS, but like for the staff, right? If I Okay. Alright, for sure.
I am long range. I have a hatchet and then I use musket and bow.
Musket bow for the main stuff. Hatchet if you need kind of thing.
If I don't have any bullets, I use my hatchet.
Yeah, dude, fishing takes so much patience, dude. Because it's not something like everything else you can just press on your leave button and you do it, right? Fishing, you have to be present and it takes time. And if you don't have a hot spot, it takes forever sometimes. Yeah, because you can like literally, because and also everyone just leaves their stuff around, you know, like they kill things and walk away from it, because there's those culling quests where you just have to kill, so it's really easy for them to just like kill someone and walk away from you, so you just walk up to those and get them right through. Oh, damn. This guy died to a bear. Tuna killed the bear.
You stole his thing.
No, he died. He didn't deserve
You
it.
stole his thing. Just.
What do you mean? Said there was bears or boars? Oh, bears are scary. I tried this one quest. Or I was just walking around. I was like, there's a kid with a bear in it. I walked in, tried to solo it. It was around my level. Bears are like scary, dude. Have you been there before? Or do you just know? You got ready for me to join the company.
Huh?
This person joined the company.
I'm recruiting people, right?
I just think it's funny. Having conversation. This person joined. That's not funny. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, I don't know if it's like a proximity thing, but like last time I was playing, or when I was in a group, when I killed something, like other people in my group got the XP for it. Yeah, but is it like a proximity thing, like if we're, or is it like no matter what the distance is?
So I'm at that same spot where we recruited people.
Or what?
I'm at that same spot.
The mining area?
Yeah. I just see a whole bunch of people without companies, and I'm like, you get a company, you get an invite, you get an invite. Everybody gets an invite.
You killed something or see who else you did? Done quite a bit of fun. So I'm gonna kill a wolf now.
I need a grey wolf.
I killed it. You guys need to kill it?
No, you're too far away.
So easy. That's what I thought, because like last time I was in a group, what is it, I think, we had a group of people, but I was like far away from them. I was going home, but I was getting into these people. I was like, there's no way they're not killing me. So I was just curious about it. I wonder what the proximity is.
See, right now I got XP for a kill.
Yeah, so it is proximity. Okay. That's what I assume, because I feel like it'd be too OP if like you could do like 8 corners of the map and then just get into you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be kind of cheesy, like you can boost people that in a sense, you know. I don't think that's what they're doing much to promote. Yeah, no, 100%, but like, I feel like games like this try to avoid that as much as possible.
Oh shit.
Like I said. Yeah. I honestly, dude, like...
Shinder,
or at least...
we got a I got a Discord if you want to join. Dude, this guy's kind of OT. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy's an OT. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Are we all syndicate?
Yeah, I'm only allowed to send
invites to syndicate.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why made you join syndicate, or is it just
me?
No, I don't know what to call it. Shade.
Shade or Kitsetsu?
Shade.
I know it's Japanese, I just don't know what it is. Yes. I have seen One Piece. It sounds very familiar, I'm not gonna lie, but also, like, I haven't... Oh, okay. No, I was like, it sounds hella familiar, but like, I just can't really figure out it. Like, he's mentioned like here and there, but like, that's it. Just in name, during normal stuff, because I'm a visual person, so like, I remember things like easier if I anything quick. Yeah, so. So you watch One Piece. Are you like all caught up kind of thing? Okay. I'm not quite caught up yet, because what I do is I catch up, like I catch up to binge watch all the way to like where it's current, and then I stop for like months at a time. And then like if like a little spoiler that I see or like something that piques my interest with One Piece again, then we'll go back and binge watch it all again. Then I'll have like a few episodes that I can watch. Cause I get really, or like unless like it's at a point where like like it's a really big cliffhanger, then I like go back and like, actually I'll watch it until like it's a cliffhanger point where like it's like super interesting or super engaging. Then I'd be like, okay, I can build up episodes. So, but I've been seeing a little bits of here and there that I want to watch, so I might like binge the rest of what I haven't seen. Right now, I would probably say One Piece because like it's just super gaming. Like it's just it has so it's very good. It is very like but like it was no,
I watch that too.
Bro, I just want them to make more. I need more because I'm too lazy to read it. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's like reasons for it, but it's even still 100 and something so really good. And a lot of people that oh fuck. I mean, for like farming and stuff, I'm pretty well off. I mean, because I spent at least one time grinding. A lot of main stuff at least. Like gathering, like logging, I'm a 67, mining, I'm 73, fishing, I'm 21, harvesting, I'm 78, and trekking, skiing, I'm 87. Like, I haven't been playing the quests or per se. I just been like grinding this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like in my head, I'm like, bro, all these people are rushing up like the character level. I'm gonna be that one guy that's like hella low level but could do everything. That's why he's going through online. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, bro, I'm big brain these fools, they don't even know. But also, like, I don't play as much as these guys, so they might be catching, like, I'm probably, like, just probably all in red, to be honest. Like, for sure, people, like, around people my level, I don't think they're gonna be, like, majority of them aren't gonna be, like, my level in, like, the trade skills. If they're, like, my character, around my character level, for sure, probably, but, like, the people who are higher up and actually grind the game, like, every day. Or they can put like multiple hours, like a lot of hours every day. Probably a lot.
Damn it.
I don't.
Oh my god, they fucked me up.
It's the dangerous thing about this game. It sucks you in. You destroy it. I know, I mean. I'm super surprised that I can. I just got a PC, so I never got the gaming screen. Like my specs on my PC. Wait, what?
Of course your PC speaks. What else would that be?
I don't know PC talk, dog. I know. To be honest, I forgot.
He knows nothing.
I know nothing. Exactly. I'm sorry. I know. I think it's a. I think it's a 30. I think it's a 3070 if I'm not correctly. Alright. Yeah, no, like, I mean, I can understand, but I guess my first one, I never wanted a PC for a while, so I wanted it to last a bit, so I wanted to, like, this is gonna be like my big splurge for a while, and then I got to chill out, obviously, you know? Just missed it. Yeah, see, the specs like that, I have no idea. Like, I would assume that would underperform, just based off of what I would have, like, no knowledge whatsoever. But there's also other games that cause I play Apex on PS4. I've been playing that for a while, like Joe. But so like I was thinking about playing it on here, and I felt like that needed better PC specs. But honestly, I really don't know.
Regardless of who's in charge, the timber is sound, but the iron violence.
Sorry, I crashed.
No, you don't have to apologize for being so passionate about it. It's just, it's like something I know very little, but I want to obviously, because I'm getting into like edgy films. I want to get more into it so I know what I'm doing, kind of, without having to rely on other people. You're saying, so I mean, what you're saying, like, is, yeah, like similar to cars. Like, I want to get into cars, but I don't have like the financial base or like or just like I don't know anybody to get into cars with, so it kind of like prolongs the process. Just teach me everything you know, dog. Sort of thing. No. That's why this game is great, because you can become a master of everything just with time. I've dabbled my toes in all the games. Okay. Yeah. Let me try a little bit of everything. See what you like. See. How was that? Oh, Roman himself, like you said that. Like,
You know, it's just mentally feeling like five
I'm 69 and the Onion Boys. Oops, okay. So it takes a lot of your time. You don't get to spend much time on yourself.
It does. It does.
Turn these quests in, and then I'm going to go explore elsewhere. Do you guys need any sort of materials that I can keep a lookout for?
Water.
Just find anywhere you can fish and just grab as much water as you need.
No. Much too pretty to me.
Well, I mean, like, you can be working towards a certain thing, so it's just like you have something more working towards, and I can help out. Oh, you could use silver if I find it. Okay. Wait, where do you find a better tier of what the fuck? Refine arcade. Oh, so you better arcana for me? Also, I've done like none of the expeditions called, I think. Your ice gauntlets? Oh, okay. I've seen. I mean, I don't know how good ice gauntlets are because I never use them. But I saw like, what is it? Oh. I just know they have a lot of AoE skills. Yeah, I knew they weakened and slow and stuff like that, so I thought like that item was like more of a support kind of weapon rather than a DPS. I didn't realize it was DPS as well. Walk back into town. Give me AoE skills. I'll hit the general text. There's this other game that I was keeping my eye on called Ashes of Creation. There's another MMO that I've been keep on. Ashes of Creation. No problem. What is it? Oh no, it's a different. That's a whole nother game. It hasn't come out yet. So. What the heck? Do you guys know what Briar branches are? Briar branches. B-R-I-A-R branches. Do you know what those are? How? I'm about to go for it. I have this good warhammer, but I don't know what to do with it. Because I can't, well, I haven't found a trading post that can sell it. Because like trading posts have to level up before you can sell like higher tier items. When I go to the trading post thing, like, I go to my weapons to try to sell it, it doesn't pop up. Oh, thanks, I have a good thing. It should be any. But, oh, it's bind on pickup. Fucking dumb. Okay. Yeah, no, because I was like, because usually it's bind on equip, right? So I'm like, I don't know what the heck. I didn't equip it, I know I didn't. I don't use this. You bind on pickup. I mean, it's good. Skills with strengths, but I don't know skills with this because I leveled up. I guess I'll just put it in the storage. If I ever go to use this. I guess I'll have it just in case. Yeah. I mean, I just watched the Twitch stuff and just had it playing in the background as I was playing the game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can do that now. I got all of them. I can put all of them. Make my bows look all fancy. And my muskets look all fancy. And bright colored.
If you come to where I am, this is like that's a 3-star fishing spot. So if you want to pick your fishing, you come here. This is all fresh right now. haven't explored Monarch's Bluff. Yeah, my distinct spot was Everfold. That was first. And then Jones was first. So it's like a good place to make weapon. Okay. Oh yeah, if you're like, getting them to do it. Well, it's hard to, at least where I spawned it was hard to find them. Like, because for the longest time I had no idea what it looked like either. Water you need to. How much is it water?
Like 200. Quest.
It's like a ocean.
Holy shit. This fucking dude fought like 5 bad guys. I'm dead, yep.
Is there a mojo? You can only carry 500 arrows per week stack.
Cool, because I only have 45.
I just broke this one. I'm gonna go to before and collect some more stuff in my house from the channel. I'm gonna give it back. I want to get a house. Because I heard you can fast travel.
Yeah.
Right now the settlement going to 80 that I have. So 5,000?
So it's 20,000, but half off is 10,000.
I don't got that much money.
How you do,
Yeah. I have to say there a while, so no fucking 8,000, bro. I got 2. Shit. That's crazy.
That's pretty dope.
What?
Forgot I unlocked the arrow thing. The
skill?
Yeah, the like rain from the drop arrows from the sky. It's pretty dope.
Who's the combo one?
Using my freaking bow. So much stronger than the hatchet.
A better hatchet.
This is also true too.
Also, you're pouring all your skill points into what is it, intelligence, right?
Yeah, but it should go with the hatchet too.
Oh, yeah, skills. Did you run out of arrows?
Me? I don't have a lot of arrows, so I haven't been using it.
I'm gonna fast travel to area to grab my arrows. Couldn't do. Just pay me in gold.
I don't have gold.
Yeah, I'm fast traveling to Everfall first to grab all this stuff. And yeah, I'm just gonna grab all my stuff that I got from him. I have a blue musket that he put on the floor. have any new weapons for me. You fight all these good stuff here. Just basement up. Yeah. Syndicate guys. Syndicate number 1. Do you want the feathers too, Jim?
Sure.
Anything else you need?
I don't know.
God, I have so many feathers. Yeah. He's behind, dude. He's behind. He's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
I think I legitimately just got a new axe. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
16?
Okay, the muscular video is to do that. What is going to be good? Do you use mana? Okay, all mana.
Do you use what?
Mana.
No. I use stamina.
I mean, this is our capacity. Does that? Continue. All the stuff.
Yep, this axe does a lot more damage. Hatchet. Alright, where you at, Jake? Chill. glitching.
How much gold do you have, Jay?
Don't know.
Just was 10.
Yeah, on the bottom there. 1,290.
Do you buy my lawyers for 200? I know, I don't know I'll make it work. Yeah. I can get how much water. So finish. Let's go some things. Not being useless with your shirt.
Now I'm fucking heavy as fuck. Thanks, bruh.
Do you want to give me some stuff so that you don't need? So you're not heavy or... I do lose a lot of stuff, I just... Because I lose like 600 of those. Hey, bro, this is low. I'll check some stuff back there.
What am I? That's 22.
6, yeah, 14. You can't use the muscular button. It's going to be good because it has like plus 13 intelligence.
I'll come back. Trade back. I have something that I can give you. I mean, you probably don't need it, but
I'll take it. No matter. We don't need to just get it going. Jimmy. I really have nothing to give you. I'm pushing for. I don't know. I have to look at this stuff. You can only hold 1,000 off max. You still have it?
yeah. Heavy by 100 pounds.
My
Why did
stuff
I
is
get so
just.
much?
Oh,
Oh, because of water.
yeah, I need dynasty water. So, you, the thing that gives you like this, the life mode and soul mode sort of thing, right? So that stuff used in the, I believe it's for like gem crafting and stuff like that, or like the stone cutting. Yes, but late game, those are going to be super important, so keep them.
Oh, I can't move?
Yeah, no, so I put everything in the same thing. That's what I'm making sure. Because I saw a video of the game. So, because those are like the tier 1 modes, and then you level up Arcana to change them to the level 2s, which are like the soul wisps or whatever I was talking about like earlier. And then you can use that to like craft better, like
You can't craft here, huh?
no, you can. I mean, it depends. You can put a camp and like cook food and stuff.
Yeah, I can't move, so you're gonna have to take back all these arrows.
Yeah, I mean, I can carry them to wherever you need like your store at the town, and I'll just get them back to you once you put all your stuff in your room.
Okay, I can move now. Still fat. See if we can fast travel.
I have, yeah, you go. I have a course leather adventures such as your score 2.
Oh, the feathers, that's why. Come back here. Yeah, I'm gonna give me back the arrows and I'll trade you for the feathers.
You would like to help if I can give you 1,000 orders.
No, those were 140. I like to duel. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to duel.
But yeah, no, I bought this like a while ago because I was like, I need a bag because I need this thing. And this was like the best one. I spent probably way too much on it, if I'm being 100% honest. But fuck you. You know?
Nope. Don't know.
I think I spent like 5 on it. But also, it's gonna be like the person, I guess.
Go back to the inn.
Because I haven't seen it, but I'm there.
You should also go back to the inn. So that,
I need to go to Brightwood. Because my next main quest is there. I don't know if I want to do that. It's for like the syndicate things, right? It's... Wait, no, this is different. Oh, that's a side thing. For the next syndicate thing is travel to Brightwood and complete the trial of the Scrivener. It's just so I can get to the exterior syndicate. I feel like it's cool to do. I feel like it's best to do this. Just so I can just keep updating on it. It's because I'm also doing faction missions, but I'm not getting any like EXP for it because I'm capped out. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, might as well. For the longest time, I didn't know what to do because it didn't specify. I just said go to Brightwood, but I didn't know how to get to the town. So I'm gonna do it. Put in. What is added ease on? Increases chances for attribute to change that's because attention. Oh.
I need to boost the level in Syndicate. Because there's a lot of cool things. Bind on pickup, 60. This is all green. So I need this hat. Level 15, I need to get to level 15.
Yes, what about you, would you?
Um,
No, you're good.
he's also very low for me. I am, what did I just... 14 on the bottom, okay, I'm also 15. Don't I have stuff to turn in or no? Alright, but I gotta get off, so let's go.
Could I just try to unlock all the fast travel areas?
Probably.
I just spend my time on that. I'm gonna do two. was it?
I almost got my ass kicked by a bunch of monsters.
Yeah, I'm in this place where it's level 33 movies. I'm just waiting to shoot this first one. Yeah, like some distance. Honestly. I'm glad I use an index. Honestly, he's like, dude, he gets sidetracked so much in his game. And like, I might as well get this XP, you know. It won't hurt. Well, as much as I want to, I don't think it's gonna finish this time. Ooh, found some gold. Who do you think you are? Get off me, boy. Gold takes forever to mine, dude. Oh my god. Dude, I have a green pigment. Took freaking ages. Jesus. That's a wolf. Don't look at me, farm business. Iron Bend Cougar. What the hell does that even mean? Is that like an elemental? I want to find it if I'm being completely honest, but I don't know if I'll be able to harvest it. Because do I do it? I do it. It wasn't as tough as I thought. Maybe I can use it. It's cool. Let's see if I get this. This thing looks cool. I just got right. 600 XP for tracking though. And skinning it. But not as cool as I thought it was going to be.
Most everyone.
Just overhype the shit out of everything. Quick question. When I unlock a fast travel point on my map, does it unlock on yours if you're in the group? It does not. So the area I'm in right now, is there a fast travel? Have you been here? Brightwood. Is there a fast travel on my phone? No? Okay. Mythbusters. New World Edition. Okay. Yeah. You got me for it. Can you please all run in trouble? Establish that you're useless to me. Please, Google, please. Have mercy. You're making me think you're easy. Ooh. Are you doing the questing from the guy at the fishing spot?
No, look at where I'm at.
Oh, okay. Easy. Oh, that fishing spot? Hmm. I'll have to check that out. When'd you get the game? Yeah. Oh, man, you really grinded. I mean, it makes sense. You said you grinding out the freaking big screens. I only got to play like a few days. Yeah. I only got to play like a few hours every day. I mean, I probably should go to bed, but I'm pretty weak with that. I'm pretty weak with that.
Alright, just go. You have a good night. Alright, Shade, you have a good night too. Thanks.
I'll start now, but I can't. I'm sorry. It's 1:33. Why can't I just play video games for a weekend? Pay me to play a weekend, I'll grind out everything. 2 days. He's so nice. Also, have you gotten into PvP at all? Oh no, you just gotta go into this one. Also, yeah, also you playing solo for just what hour or two ago. So I want to do it. Because I hear that what is it PvP gives me like character XP and weapon XP. So I want to do it. Maybe it doesn't get on too much to like everything. So it's gonna be weird. Because he's the only person that I knew what that I play with. Is there this other person that we've been on that talks as well? So you're the second person pretty much that talks. But it's just like, you know, oh yeah, like they wouldn't like communicate all that message then, and they can put in the company or just direct message and respond back. You're the second person that actually responds.
Yeah, they actually said what's up.
Oh, you're still here?
Yeah. I got out of game because I'm here right now. The Steam is updating.